I'm side to side cruising on today's episode of
Cruising with Eric.
Hello cruisers, it's your friend Eric coming to you again from a rainy day in Miami. I'm at the Seaman Cafe on Dodge Island under a Royal Caribbean branded umbrella. Dodge Island is the island that all the cruise terminals are on here in Miami, and today I'm doing something a little unusual, something I've never done before personally, and that's called a side-to-side cruise. Now, what is a side-to-side cruise? We got to get a couple terms together. You may have heard before the term back-to-back cruising. So what does that mean? A back-to-back cruise is when you stay on the same cruise ship for one or more cruises. This is something that people who have a lot of available time and a lot of money do. I've heard of people even being in the same cabin for as long as a month. They'll do one cruise, then the next, then the next, then the next. But if you do at least two cruises on the same ship, that's a back-to-back. Sometimes, if you're lucky, you get to be in the same cabin and then you don't even have to pack. There is some procedures that you have to go through usually where they kind of walk you off and then right back on the ship just so you can check out and check back in again. It's a security thing and a customs and immigration thing. But today, I'm not doing a back-to-back cruise. I'm doing a side-to-side cruise. Now, what is that, you might ask? I'm getting off one ship and getting on another in the same day. Yes, that's how crazy I am. I just finished a 7-day on the brand new, beautiful Norwegian Viva. This was my 9th cruise on Norwegian since COVID. 7 days on that cruise. My girlfriend joined me, and we had some friends that I had met on previous cruises. Did a quick cruise, 7-dayer down to Cozumel and Honduras and NCL's Island in Belize, and we actually got to Costa Maya. This is the first time I've ever been on a cruise that was supposed to go to Costa Maya and actually stopped in Costa Maya. We'll have a video about that later on. Got off the NCL Viva this morning, and then this afternoon I'm getting on the Virgin Scarlet Lady. This will be my first time on a Virgin cruise. They had a special this year where if you cruise with them for the first time, within 2023, they would match your status from a competing cruise line. So that's a pretty good deal. Just doing a 4-dayer on the Scarlet Lady. We'll be leaving Miami this afternoon. We'll be going over to Key West tomorrow and then going to Bimini, and we'll be back on Sunday. So I think it's Key West, Sea Day, Bimini, back in Miami. I think that's the itinerary. I'll have to double check. You might ask, why am I hanging out at this little restaurant on the island instead of just going to the Virgin Terminal? Well, the Virgin Terminal, they won't even let you in the building until 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and that's quite unusual. Apparently, you get on quicker, but here I am, I'm kind of quote-unquote homeless. I don't have anywhere to go with my bags, but a friend of mine told me about this Seaman Cafe here, and it's just a little restaurant here on the island, so I'll be hanging out here for a little while. And I'll do an entire separate video on my experience as a first-time Virgin cruiser, but a long-time cruiser in general. Until next time, may you avoid the Kraken and have fair winds and following seas.